So I'm about to make a very bold statement in this video, and I ask that you just hear me out and that you carefully consider this for yourself to see if this is what the Lord is showing you as well. I'm also going to say that I know that people are going to get emotional, upset even, and a lot of people are not even going to do this. And I believe that 100% of the time, if you pray these prayers, that it will happen for you. And so that's what I want to talk about very briefly today. We're living in a society right now where not a lot of people pray, first and foremost, but also pray this kind of prayer. And if you have been listening to me, you know that it's tough living in society today. You cannot go anywhere without getting distracted, without the devil trying to get a grip on your life, with all of the chaos, the information, all these different things are going on around you, but yet people don't have a desire for pursuing Christ, for pursuing a relationship with Him. They don't have a desire for truth. They want to just get swept up by all these different cultural norms and various things. And what I want to say right now is that God can very well answer this kind of prayer for you if you pray it. And that is to have a more Christ-like character, more Christ-like mentality, to have a will that is aligned to Him. And some of these prayers include, Lord, break me. Lord, humble me. Lord, teach me. Lord, give me wisdom. Lord, allow me to be more Christ-like. Allow me to have abundance for what you want me to do in your life. Equip me, Lord. Give me protection and provision. And these things I believe that the Lord can give you 100% of the time if you're praying it genuinely, if you're praying it because you have a desire to grow and to be sanctified. And what that means is that you become more like Christ, that you become more godly in your nature and to die to yourself, to your flesh. And that's the problem we have with so many people. They think they know something. Pride is getting to them. A lot of people, they think that they're good enough, that because they already knew a God from a long time ago, they're just riding on history, riding on what they already know, riding on cultural things, as opposed to growing closer and to being more like Him. And a lot of us don't realize that. We don't realize that it's not enough to just be stagnant. We have to keep pursuing Him. We have to be desperate for Him, and we have to grow in Him. And if you're afraid of these kind of prayers, and a lot of people, they're not going to admit that, but to pray a prayer of, Lord, break me. Lord, humble me. Lord, teach me. Lord, show me. These are prayers that are not easy to say, quite honestly, because if you think about what might happen to you, God may bring about some sense of suffering, calamity, some kind of situation where He has to teach you, and you may be thick-headed, you may be, prideful or whatever it is, but He's going to allow you to really realize what it means to have and to understand the grace of God, to understand His love, to understand His mercy. Because if you don't go through something, if you don't go through that suffering or that circumstance to showcase and to see what God is about, then you're not going to be able to learn that. You're not going to be able to experience it and to get yourself to the next level, to elevate yourself. And a lot of people, they don't want to do that. They don't want to elevate to the next level. And I'm not saying this in arrogance, but I'm so thankful for the suffering and for what God has shown me and how He's blessed me so much in my life. And I even remember the prayer, the biggest prayer in college that I did pray was, Lord, break me. Lord, teach me. And let me tell you, and there's more details and specifics behind that, but let me tell you, the Lord really rocked my life. He rocked my life to the core, and He really taught me a lot of things. And I couldn't be who I am today. And I don't want to say this in any ignorance or in any pride in that way, but I feel like the Lord has brought me so far to have equipped me with knowledge and wisdom, biblical understanding, and to have this lifestyle where I'm fighting. And of course, I'm a sinner daily saved by grace, but to have the ability to have a higher level, a spiritual understanding, to be able to seek after Him, to be able to pray, to have these, natural spiritual disciplines in some sense, to fight the sin. And of course, I still, struggle with things, but to be able to come this far and not be ingrained in, running a rat race for the things of the world, to be able to get distracted by all these cultural things. And I don't have a lot of things that I struggle with in the sense of big ticket items. I don't have an addiction to gaming or to, watching, like sexual things or, shows or whatever it is. I don't have a drinking problem. I don't have these things. And it's because the Lord was so good to me during these times where I've prayed these big prayers to ask the Lord to be more like Christ. And we don't have enough of that. And a lot of people, they're struggling with the basics. A lot of people, they're just swept up by the ways of the world. And Christ talks about that in his parable with the 4 types of seeds being planted or thrown onto the ground in different soils. And a lot of people get eaten up. And especially in this time where you have a lot of good things, a lot of technology, a lot of information, a lot of books, a lot of data. But with that comes satanic, demonic things to confuse you, to throw you off, to rob you of your time and things like that. And so you got to be in a place where you can pray these prayers. And when you do, I guarantee you, he will answer you. I guarantee you, he will elevate you to the next level in your spiritual walk. He will elevate you to the next level of character building, of intellect, of wisdom, of understanding. And again, I'm going to get a lot of flack for this. A lot of people are going to get upset. It sounds like I'm arrogant. It sounds like, I'm a know-it-all. It sounds like, 100. How would you say 100%? But I guarantee you, because the heart of God, the mentality and the desire he wants for his children is to be more like Christ. And for us to get there, we have to take that action in our heart, in our posture before him. And a lot of people are not doing that. And so, again, I just want to say this in encouragement. I'm not here to boast about myself. I'm not here to say, controversial things, but I want to say the truth. I want to say what's going on in society. And it is true that the younger generation, it is true that a lot of people that are older in their, walk with the Lord, they're falling away. A lot of people have forgotten what it means to have a relationship, to have an authentic prayer life, to have and seek his face and to give him glory and all that. And so I just want to encourage you guys with this. Again, I'm not here to ruffle feathers here, but you got to speak the truth. You have to show and tell it like it is. And so again, seek him for yourself, seek the word for yourself, but we got to be in a better place right now because God wants to move us. He wants to grow us. He wants to take us out of stagnation. He wants to take us out from the lukewarmness that we're in. So God bless you guys. May this encourage you, and I will talk to you guys very soon.